Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Philly Phone Book, a podcast archive. I am your host, Gideon, Caro, McDonald, and with me today is a wonderful friend of mine. They are an illustrator here in Philadelphia. We got Alx Leyton.
Hi.
Yay!
Yay, I'm Alx Leyton.
You
I'm
are
an
Alx
illustrator
Leyton.
in Philadelphia.
That's you.
Yeah, that's me.
Welcome.
It's nice to be here.
I'm glad.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were just watching Severance.
Oh my god, Severance is so good.
Severance. No Severance spoilers. Don't put it anywhere. I'm still watching.
True, but if you haven't seen it yet and you want to watch excellent television, watch Severance, guys. Not
Boom.
sponsored.
Not sponsored by Apple.
No, literally.
Yeah. What's up, Alx? How are you? You're good.
I'm good.
I already
I'm
asked
doing
that.
good. We just graduated.
We did.
We graduated. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. Post-grad life has been...
It's like, now I gotta find a job. Now I have to be on LinkedIn.
I have to get on LinkedIn. I have a LinkedIn. I just don't use it because I don't know how to use it.
It's kind of like Facebook, and I'm having to get over oh my gosh, I have to use LinkedIn, and it's like Facebook, and I don't like Facebook, but
Yeah.
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Gotta get on that hustle.
The hustle and grind.
The hustle and grind, yeah.
But before we get into the grind, why don't you introduce yourself? I know who you are. I know you quite well, I would say, but our listeners may not.
This is true.
So why don't you give a little bit of insight into who you are, your background, where you're from, what you do, and where you see yourself in the community.
Okay, so my name is Alx Leyton, spelled ALX, no E. I'm an illustrator in Philadelphia, but I also kind of identify as a graphic designer and a 3D modeler, and not necessarily a jack of all trades, master of none, master of some is
master of some
is what I like to say.
Yeah.
You can't master them all, but might as well try just a little bit, right? I'm originally from Ohio, but I grew up in Delaware, not Delaware, Ohio though.
What?
Yeah, Delaware, Ohio.
There's a town in Ohio called Delaware?
Yup, 30 minutes from Columbus, where I visit my dad.
Wow.
And so people are like, that's not far at all. I'm like, no, I mean the state nobody goes to. No, Delaware represent though. We don't have any sales tax. It's kind of awesome.
Yeah, that is cool.
I am Latinx. I use they them pronouns. And the way I see myself in the community, well, I'm queer. I'm here. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
Yeah.
Happy Pride. Oh, heck yeah. Happy previously Hispanic Heritage Month, right? Has that already happened? Wait.
I thought that was in October.
Dang, am I bad at that?
I think you're thinking of
AAPI month?
Yeah.
That also happened. I'm bad at keeping track of those.
No. What day is it? I don't even know.
Well, literally. It's Pride Month for sure.
It is Pride Month.
Yay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm a Virgo, if you care.
It's not that I don't care. It's that I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah, astrology, it's not for everyone, but it is fun to look at sometimes.
That was, I think, one of the first questions I was asked when I got to UArts.
I think I asked you. I think that's the first question I usually ask people. And people think I'm really good at remembering birthdays. I'm really good at remembering people's sign, and then I'm like, oh, your birthday's coming up, right?
A little cheat code.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, I texted my mother because I didn't know what time I was born. Who knows that? But anyway, I didn't know what time I was born. I remember being in the Spruce Lounge freshman year.
It's always the artist.
It's always the artist. Well, literally, because I had only just met all of these people. We were probably a week into school, and I forget who specifically asked me, but I think Fern was part of that conversation, asking me what's your big three?
Oh, the big three got really popular during the pandemic.
Yeah.
It used to just be oh, what's your sign? No, what's your big three?
What's your big three? And I was like, well, I'm a Capricorn. I don't know the others. And then I texted my mom. I was like, what time was I born? And then my mom was like, who are you talking to?
No,
Be
that's so real.
careful.
My mom be like, what? What's going on? Why do you need to know that?
Why do you need to know? And who's asking? And I was like, fair. I learned, but I'm not sharing it here.
Well, of course. Yeah.
If you want to know, you won't.
Oh, okay. I'll find out though.
I'll tell you after.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're an illustrator. You're a 3D designer. You found yourself in Philadelphia. You ended up going to UArts.
Yeah, I went to UArts, and the thing is, UArts was not it was not the first on my list.
Do tell.
My dream school was I call it Psych. It's SAIC, School of the Art Institute of Chicago, and I called it Psych. Nobody else calls it Psych but me. It was my dream school. I didn't get into any art schools right out of high school. I graduated in 2019. Instead, I went to community college for a year, got my GPA up, and then applied. But the pandemic had just happened, so a lot of schools were like closing for the semester and immediately going online. Online does not work for me.
Yeah.
So I waited a year. I reapplied to all these schools. I applied to 3 art schools. I applied to School of the Art Institute of Chicago, MICA, which is Maryland College of Art, and UArts, which I'm from Delaware, and it seems like everybody like goes through the pipeline of either they go to University of Delaware or they go to Temple. And I was like, I don't really, or if you're more artistic, it's University of the Arts. And I knew a lot of people that went there. But I wanted to go, I had like so many other dreams of just like being in a different city, being far away from home. But UArts was the one that was like most affordable and made the most sense, especially because like I'm close to home. I'm around my family. Like Delaware is literally just a hop, skip, and a jump away.
Yes, it is.
And I grew up with my grandmother who was getting older at the time. And I was like, I want to be around. I don't want something to happen and not be in the area at least.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. UArts. I really loved UArts. So
it was a good place.
Yeah. It taught me. I'm so happy for my first 3 years of education there. Before it unfortunately closed. RIP. I think I got an excellent education there, especially considering that their illustration and design program were so tightly intertwined. Especially like the foundation years, the first 2 years where it's like you study illustration, but you also study a lot of design, and the designers do the same. It's just really good for the current illustration market that we're in right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And it was highly rated.
Yeah, it was like one of the best design schools in the country. Their graphic design program was really good and like also really big. But I study illustration, and I do draw, guys. I do. I do a little bit of both. I'm bilingual with it. No.
I'm bilingual with my artistic endeavors.
Well, especially because
multi-hyphenate.
Yeah, illustration and design are communication arts. So, that aren't like writing. I mean, illustration is just visual storytelling, right?
Yeah, for sure. And the two programs being so blended is interesting. I didn't know that. Makes sense, though.
Yeah, school design.
Yeah. And then you ended up at Moore to finish out your...
More school, more college.
More college of art.
Yeah. More art. Make more art. It definitely was like no hate to Moore at all. I am proud to have graduated. It's very unfortunate how things with UArts left off, but you pivot in life, a lot of unexpected hardships come through, and what you have to do is you just have to pivot and keep going even though it's not what you expected.
Yeah.
Which it was a lesson I've already learned a lot in life, but like, it's always hard when it happens.
Yeah. You try and make the best out of I mean, it was a bad situation.
Yeah.
I was trying to like find a better word for it, but it's a bad situation. And,
yeah.
And you make the most of it. And You ended up getting your degree?
Yeah, got my. You know what? The thing that mattered the most is I got my degree.
Yeah.
I, growing up, I was definitely supported with my art, but I was definitely told to look at other options because, especially in today, it's like, is art a viable career? But
Yeah.
the question has always been, is art a viable career? I think it's what you make of it and like how you keep pushing forward and persevering, especially like in work. You have to get to where you want to be. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, did you grow up sort of in a artistic environment? Like, did you find this part of you early and was that nurtured? Or would you say that it was sort of a pivot that you made and then questions were put on you about it?
So I moved to Delaware at a very early age with my mother. My parents were separated, and I grew up with my grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
And she went to an art school, but she did it for she went to a music school
Oh,
for
wow.
college. Yeah, she's worked at the Delaware Opera House, and she also was really good at painting and watercolors.
Hmm.
So when I was really young, she would have me like doing little like draw this pear, draw this apple, and like leave me at like the kitchen table to do that or whatever. But also had me like singing, playing the piano. I played the cello.
Whoa.
I've done a lot of art. I also, I was really into visual art. I love to draw. Um, this is so random, but like, do you remember in 2008? You're a little bit younger than me, but
Not
do
by a
you,
lot.
not by a lot, but I don't know if you remember the original Hoagie Fest commercials, where it was like very yellow submarine
Oh,
vibes.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
remember.
I grew up here.
Oh
So
yeah,
those
yeah.
were all over the
Also,
place.
yeah. Wawa. Sorry for the people listening in Ohio, I guess.
That can't have Wawa.
That don't even
Yeah,
know the
they don't.
pleasures of
Ugh.
Wawa.
This might be the first Wawa mention on the podcast.
Oh my gosh.
So congratulations.
Thanks. I'm honored.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, there's like a Wawa in every corner in Delaware. You can't escape them.
That's true. That is true.
And Wawa gas stations, the super Wawas.
Mm-hmm. Super Wawa.
Anyways,
Yeah, Hoagie Fest.
Hoagie Fest. I like loved colored pencils, and I would just draw. I drew a giant hoagie and like a bunch of I don't know what about that sandwich was just like, and I had never had a Wawa hoagie before.
Yeah.
At this point, but I also grew up just doing like a lot of like musical theater. Um, I was in my school's choir in middle school.
Wait,
I
hold
was
on.
in.
Fern, sound the alarms. Woo! Got another one. Found another one. I was saying this that with this podcast, I am very, very excited to continue to find people that did theater as a kid that don't do theater anymore,
No.
but are still theater kids at heart.
The thing is, I was in chorale. I was in my middle school choir. I did all state. I was in my school's chorale, and then there was another one that it was like madrigals. I was in their
Oh, cool.
madrigals for a little bit, but then the last 2 years of high school, I was like, I really want to focus on visual arts. I want to draw. I want to paint. I want to like
That's awesome.
be an artist, So yeah.
So you really were steeped in it.
Yeah, I
That's
think
so
it's
cool.
so important to like what I also really loved about UArts is how it was like you should go take that dance class. You should go take that
Yeah.
poetry class. I have a creative writing minor because on a whim I took a creative writing class because I needed to I needed to have a credit.
Mm-hmm.
And the head of that department, Ellie Juska, was like, "You're really good at writing. You should try. Have you ever thought about taking the creative writing minor? Like, you don't need that many credits for it, and it'll be fun." And I was like, you know what? Heck yeah, why not?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I think it's just so important to do other things. I took a fiber arts class. I love fiber arts. I love multimedia.
Boom.
Multimedia, my favorite thing.
Multimedia.
Yeah.
Can you explain?
Yeah. Okay. So multimedia, like illustration wise, can mean like, oh, it can mean a lot of things. Like this is collage.
Mhm.
This is pastels, but also oils but for me it's kind of like I like doing things that are physical, hence why I got into 3D modeling,
Right.
because you can 3D print those objects, like, and they can
Mm.
be real, and you can touch them with your hands. Like what I made for thesis was a vase that was also shaped like a garlic. It's the garlic vase. I don't know why. I went on a really big. I used to hate garlic.
Oh,
But your taste buds change every 7 years. Did you know that?
every 7?
Yeah.
That's a stupid number for that.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
Seven's
it makes sense
yeah.
because my palate's changed completely.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. It used to be just those like really sugary candy. Uh, yeah, I can't eat sweet stuff anymore.
No, I'm in the same boat because like I used to be a chocolate guy.
Yeah,
Like I really
chocolate's a
like that
little
was
too rich.
yeah, my choice was always chocolate, like a donut or like cake or something. And then like recently I've been like, pass me that lemon bar. You know what I mean?
Oh, I love a lemon bar.
Like it's so weird.
Yeah. Well, like, do you remember those? They taste like dough almost. Those sugar cookies
Oh, the ones
from
that people would
like
bring into like
Acme.
birthdays,
Yeah,
like elementary school birthday
basically
parties.
Play-Doh.
Yeah.
And now it's chicken nuggets with some hot sauce.
Yeah.
Raising Cane's. I don't know. I've never had Raising Cane's.
Yeah, you're a vegan. We'll
Yeah.
get into that later.
We'll get into that later.
But yes, multimedia
Yeah.
and garlic vase.
Yes, I went on a big garlic kick this year.
That's fun.
Garlic is so good for you.
Do
It's
you think that your like current like interests or like fascinations or not I guess I don't want to say obsessions, but like what you're focusing on right now, like garlic, do you think that just translates into your art naturally or do you make that choice?
kind of you know what? That's actually a great question, and I haven't really thought about it. But yeah, there was a time where in high school, I was really into fruits.
Mm.
I drew a lot of peaches, and I drew a lot. My main medium was oil pastels. I drew a lot of peaches for whatever reason. I just really love peaches and pomegranates
Mm.
and pears. I love fruits. I love vegetables,
Yeah.
but not because I'm vegan. I just like the
That's
way.
just a plus.
Yeah, it's just cool that thinking about like vegetables like that just grows from the ground and we eat that, and it's also pretty sometimes. Like a peach can be really just gorgeous, or like
That's true.
back to you arts, they had us draw 50 apples, and I was like in freshman year.
Yeah, I
And I
remember
was
this
like,
apple project.
yeah.
Everybody kept talking about this apple
It was
project.
the bane of some illustrators. They were like, how dare you make me draw an apple 50 times.
Shout out to those
who did that project. I loved it. I was like, this is up my alley. I can do this all day.
I've done this already.
Literally.
Do you want the notebook I have with 50 apples in it already?
Not just drawing apples in one notebook, filling it
over and over. This one's peaches.
In my school notes, there were just apples all over the place. But no, and then I had an obsession with Garfield, and I drew this very like as many illustrators do. I don't know, as going to art school and being an illustrator and liking Garfield, oh, you could hit like 2 birds with 1 stone. Like you throw a rock and hit somebody who loves Garfield. It's like, I'm the #1 Garfield fan.
That's actually hilarious.
But anyways, I would just draw this very specific Garfield head, and just only the head, no body. And then I made this painting, which was like a still life, but like the Garfield head was the fruit.
Oh,
so, yeah.
Wow. So I guess let's dive into that a little bit more, because clearly, multimedia is your thing. And 3D modeling is where you've kind of ended up
right now.
Right now, exactly, yeah. Of course. Why don't you get a little into like your process? We've talked about it a little already, but I'd love to hear about how you make your art. What's worked for you recently, and like what sparks that joy and excitement in like making content and things that you can put out into the world, and a little bit of like why you still do it and why you plan to keep doing it.
Why I do it. Or how I do it. So I'm really just okay, one of my favorite pieces of media is like Adventure Time, and before I
boom
bam.
Shout out Adventure Time.
Literally.
Best cartoon in the world. Continue. Just
Yes.
had to jump in.
and not to like nerd out, but because I could talk about this forever. I just really like how cute the faces are and like just these little cute little creatures and stuff. Do you mind if I go do a water break real quick?
Sure.
We'll come.
No,
we'll
I
come
don't mind.
back.
I don't mind at all. And we back.
Okay. Adventure Time. I used to want to be an and I just really love the style of Adventure Time. We need to pause again.
Okay.
I need to catch my breath. I just ran up all the stairs. Okay. I really wanted to be an animator, but then I realized that's really difficult. And when I listened to Lee's episode, I was like,
Shout out Lee too.
shout out Lee too. I was like, yeah, that doesn't sound like an environment I'd thrive in, being in like a dark room all day,
Yeah,
hunched over a screen.
for sure.
Because that's kind of what being an illustrator is, depending on what mediums you do, traditional or digital. But I was really inspired by something that was like so cute and simple, but like so impactful for a lot of people. And I was like, I want to make things that are really cute too, but like silly and weird and funny. And also, I just love the way they draw the eyes and the mouth. It's just so
Dot
line, yeah,
line.
which is kind of inspired like by Sanrio characters,
Mm-hmm.
like how simple their like little design is, and like I also just love the little puppy mouth that they have, like
Oh yeah,
the
like the
little
little V.
upside down V. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, and I kind of just think of things like a funny phrase, and I'm like, how can I turn this into like art? There's this vine, um, that inspired a piece of mine. It's the mango one where it's like Riff Raff is like, my main goal is to blow up and act like I don't know nobody. Arr, 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 with his like crocodile teeth or
Oh
shark
yeah,
teeth, whatever. But some people say like, oh, my mango, because he barely pronounces the L. And I was like, oh my god, I love mangoes. People love mangoes. This is funny. How can I turn this into something?
Back to the fruit. Bringing the fruit back
to
into
the
it.
fruit. It always comes back to fruit. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride. Happy Pride.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like things that can just inspire a moment of like joy.
Yeah. Like honestly, I used to think like, oh, I have to make things that like make people really feel things, like feel an emotion, any emotion. Not, like I can just make cute stuff. And the emotion is joy. The feeling is joy. I want to like make things that people like go either like, oh, this is really funny, but also really cute, and just go like, oh,
Yeah.
And that's like valid. That's valid. It
That's
doesn't
no,
have to
for
be.
sure.
It doesn't have to be like gut wrenching, which I feel like a lot of art these days is like, oh, you have to make this so that this will be. You need to make people feel things. You need to make people like.
You need to walk away having learned something.
Like yeah, exactly, and like that is important, but you should also make art that makes you happy and makes you feel good.
Fully agree. I mean, there's so much like. I mean, think about like going to a store and how often someone just like, or even myself, would like walk down an aisle in like a furniture section, and then you just see like a pillow, and the pillow has like a cat.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, dang, I want this cat pillow.
No, exactly. That's I kind of right now I'm kind of in the I want to make merchandise. I want to make products.
Physical things.
Which, unfortunately, capitalism and all that stuff. But I truly just want to make like niche little objects that people like quirky people like me, quirky in quotes.
Yeah.
I used to get called that a lot in high school.
Really?
Which I
In like a bully way?
I don't know. I think it was just like you're just so quirky.
It was a bully way.
Probably.
a little bully way.
A little bit, yeah. But now I kind of just own it, and it's like, yeah, I kind of want to be weird. I want to be eclectic, kitschy, whatever, all those things.
Sure. That's such a market, like a genuine market.
It is such a especially because people aren't like hiding who they are anymore. Like
that's true.
Popular kids watch anime. Actually cut that. Yeah, you know.
I mean, like, D&D's in the mainstream now.
Oh, absolutely.
Like stuff like that.
People aren't afraid to be cringe anymore, and I think that's beautiful. I often think about this, like, I may be cringe, but I am free.
Mm-hmm. Classic quote.
Classic quote. I quote that all the time. Everybody I know quotes that. No, they don't.
Everyone I know. But you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, that sort of presence that art can have it is just to bring emotion out of someone,
or just bring joy,
or well, that's
It
what I
just
mean, is that
sparks
joy is like just a quick immediate emotion
Yeah.
that people need.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Like I don't need to look at an art piece and be like standing there being like,
this
what
makes
is
me depressed about the way the world is.
right?
Like,
What does this mean, and why do I need it? And like that art, like you were saying, is incredibly important.
Like,
and
not
needed.
everything has to be like Guernica, if I'm saying that correctly. The Pablo Picasso.
Gotcha. Yes.
If Fern, please interject. I just pronounced that totally wrong because I might have. We'll see. We'll see.
Say it again.
Guernica by
Yeah.
Pablo Picasso. It's about the war that happened in Spain. The Civil War that happened in Spain. I don't know. I know that it's an art piece, and I know that it's historical.
It's historical and it's political.
It is political.
Editor's note: Guernica is indeed about the Spanish Civil War. It is specifically about the German bombing of the city Guernica, which was the first aerial saturation bombing of a civilian city.
Yeah, we need artists that are making stuff just to make stuff.
That makes you happy. I do want to, obviously, like, I do think it's important to make political art.
Of course.
And I think that all art in some way, even if it doesn't seem like it is political, like, you are interjecting your voice.
Yep.
Like, even if it's just something silly, you know? Like, it's still your voice.
It's still your voice, especially now when, like, queer voices are being put down. Having art that is just made by queer people alone.
Yeah.
Is so cool. And
putting
needed.
yourself out there is inherently political, and being who you are is inherently political, you know?
And anyone who thinks otherwise is wrong.
Yeah, sorry, so you're wrong.
Is so wrong. Not to get into the right or wrong, but there's a right and wrong. And that's wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what's right? Making a podcast.
No. Making a podcast. Yeah.
It is. You know what, honestly, and you're making something that brings people together and talking about themselves, and that's, like, you know,
thanks, man.
Especially in an art scene that is kind of overlooked in some way, you know.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I think Philly's art scene is so, like, it's thriving right now.
It's thriving, but it can be, people think that, like, I know a lot of people are in the mindset of, like, oh, I need to move to LA or to New York, and I used to be in that mindset of, like,
Same.
oh, I need to go to Cal Arts to really make it as an artist. No, and the thing is, you don't have to go to any city or anything to do what you want to do. Having an art community and like anywhere starts with you participating in your community and making one there. You know, you kind of have to pave the way for yourself and other artists.
Absolutely. And that's why we gotta help each other out.
Oh, absolutely.
Going into that, you know, paving your way into our art community and what you want to do, like you were saying, you want to get more into physical products, like making stuff.
I want to like make stuff for like art marts and stuff. That's kind of where I want to start right now.
Yeah.
I don't think that maybe I want to do it forever, but I'm also someone who wants to do like a little bit of everything, and I don't really care if that is like a hindrance.
I don't think it's a hindrance at all.
Yeah.
I think there's a strength in sticking to what you believe you're good at.
Yeah.
Of course. But I also, how do you know if you're good at other things if you don't try them?
Hashtag try everything.
Hashtag
just like that.
Try everything.
Actually got that.
Zootopia reference. You also do print work and other sorts of illustration. Is there a reason why you gravitate towards unicorn iconography?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so growing up, going back to the Hoagie Fest,
All comes back to Wawa.
Yeah, it all comes back to Wawa.
That's awesome.
So I used to draw all over my notes. I had a really hard time paying attention to school and like in lessons and stuff. And what I would do is I would draw these little unicorns like on my paper, and they were like really simplistic. And this was like I was in elementary school and like on the internet, unfortunately, but like the can I has a cookie era, like that's what my style was, and I would draw these on my desk mate's paper, and my desk mate would draw them in cages.
Whoa.
Because I was just like an annoying kid.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't know what the obsession with unicorns was. I just really liked them. And maybe it was just me being like weird as a child, and I kind of knew at an early age that I was queer, but like no language for that. I'd had no, understanding of that yet. But I don't know. I used to have like a collection of little tiny glass unicorns. I drew something that really made my mom laugh. I drew this constipated unicorn. And it was just like a unicorn on the toilet with its eyes like crossed like this, like I really need to,
right,
like do a deuce or whatever.
Do a deuce or
I don't
whatever.
know. Trying not to curse. But yeah, and I guess once I got to UArts, it kind of was like, oh, their mascot is a unicorn. It's kind of meant to be.
Yeah.
And it kind of like reinstated my love and like reignited like my passion for like such a weird little mystical imaginary creature.
Yeah.
But
that's fascinating.
Yeah. I also loved My Little Pony,
Oh, that's important. That's an important factor there.
Was a brony, even though I was actually just the target audience for that show.
Yeah. Was a brony.
Yeah.
Still is.
Calling myself a brony at 12 when I was just a, the target audience. Like heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. Every pony out there.
Every pony listening. Yeah, I don't even identify with what any of the ponies in the main six. Like maybe Pinkie Pie.
Maybe Pinkie Pie.
I have curly hair and love the color pink. But I'd be a unicorn.
Mm.
What would you be? Would you be an Earth pony, a Pegasus, or a unicorn?
Okay. In all honesty, I don't know much. But where my brain is gravitating towards, probably Earth pony.
Earth pony, really? You wouldn't be a unicorn? You wouldn't do magic?
I would like to do magic, but
it's cool to be basic.
I feel like I'm gravitating towards like excelling in being basic.
Being a regular
degular pony.
Yes, a regular horse.
Yeah, a regular horse.
BoJack Horseman.
Rehab. My thing with the unicorn is that like it's so funny that people gravitate towards it, and that like obviously queer people and artists gravitate towards it, even though it is just a horse with a horn.
Yeah.
It's one of the few like mythical creatures, and I know my mythical creatures, that is so simplistic in its design.
Yeah.
Because it's just a horse with a tiny horn on the front of its head.
Sometimes big.
That's true. And then obviously with like the colorful hair and like adding things to it, and eventually like combining that with a Pegasus. Well, but even then a Pegasus can fly. Like it's a horse with magical ability with just a horn that obviously was derived from someone seeing like a rhino a long time ago.
Yeah, and being like, what is this creature? But even so, you would think that a rhino is like, it's so much bigger and also
it's armored.
And it also doesn't have hair like a horse.
Yeah. It's just fascinating to me.
One of my favorite pieces in like art history is the unicorn in captivity, and it's the one where it's like a little gate around this unicorn, and the unicorn is just perched and like sitting in like a little bed of flowers, and there's just something about like medieval times. It's like, where did they get this idea? I guess maybe a rhino, but like,
I mean, it's also probably just remnant of art.
Yeah.
It's like a consistent thing.
Yeah.
And like unicorn's been around forever. It's not going away.
No. And it's like, if they did, one of my favorite movies growing up was The Last Unicorn. And it's like, watching it now, it's like darn, the animation's not totally great, and the writing is kind of weird, but it's like from the 80s, so you kind of got to give it its grace. Just so iconic though. There's so many people that are like, I love this movie growing up.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And then with UArts having the unicorn as their mascot being like an unofficial mascot also, like
Yeah.
being chosen by some students
Yeah.
just naturally.
Which is like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
You
It's
know?
so weird. Oh, that's so cool. Do you think you'll continue to use unicorns in your art?
Yeah, I've been planning maybe like to do a comic with my little unicorns. I need to eventually 3D, you know what, my next project, I'll 3D model a unicorn
Ooh,
and
yay.
like, you know, do something cool with that.
That's awesome.
And also to circle back to what kind of pony I'd be, I'd actually be an alicorn. No,
What is
no.
that?
Oh, it's a Pegasus and a unicorn.
That's what they're called?
Yeah.
I thought it was a pegacorn. No. Okay, I get why now.
My dear sweet summer child, who was born in the winter.
It was.
Yeah.
Capricorn.
Capricorn.
Corn.
Corn.
Oh boy.
It all starts with corn.
It all starts
Ohio.
with corn. Because right.
Full circle moment. Full circle moment.
Full circle moment.
Anyways.
Let's pause a minute.
Yeah.
So Alex, this is a question I like to ask everybody on the pod because I think it gives me everything I need to know, gives the listener everything they need to know, and also recommendation for more art. You know what I mean? What's your favorite movie?
So my favorite movie is the 2008 adaptation of Coraline
Adaptation.
of the novel. I don't recognize that guy anymore, but like I think the Leica Studios adaptation of that movie Coraline is just so wonderful, and it's also, you know what, it's multimedia.
Yes, it is.
All the clothes are hand sewn, and you know, a lot of the effects, they're like they're cut up dog toys, like the garden scene.
Are they really?
Yeah, and I just think stop motion is just so like wonderful.
Freaking gorgeous.
It takes so long, but it's really just such a labor of love. And I know you didn't ask for it, but I'm giving you my favorite album because I think it's a really good one.
Yeah, please. Here's the thing. The original question was, book, album, and movie. That's what I tried to start with. But that's a lot of stuff to talk about.
True.
I think there'll be a way I can incorporate that into future forms of this. But please, more music to listen to is the better.
Yeah, Heaven or Las Vegas by the Cocteau Twins. The Cocteau Twins. The Cocteau Twins. This is like a band that my dad has listened to, which is, you know, like really 90s, but honestly just such a good album from start to finish. One of my favorite, and like such beautiful cover art.
Sick.
And I feel like it matches kind of the vibe of Coraline being very like mystical and like fantastical and stuff like that. Maybe not mystical, but dreamy, whimsical.
Yeah.
I don't know.
For sure.
Yeah.
Coraline's a great pick.
Yeah.
I think
it's so good. I'm gonna make people watch it on my birthday, low key.
Oh, for sure.
It's so beautiful. It has such a great message. Be careful what you wish for. And just, it was horrifying as a child. It's just,
I was gonna say,
such a beautiful movie.
I was unable to watch it.
Oh, really?
Well, because I saw it in theaters.
Well, you're 2 or 3 years younger than me.
Yeah.
So it came out when I was like 7
So
or
I was
8.
Like
you were like
5.
Yeah.
Something like that. And yeah, I was young. It was hard to watch because it was, horrifying.
Well, yeah.
But now watching it, I respect the heck out of it.
Oh, absolutely.
It's gorgeous. It is poignant.
And it holds up. Like animation, like not a lot of stuff holds up, like from like the early 2000s, especially if it's like 3D animation, because, you know, we've come such a long way with that type of style.
Yep.
2D, like always pretty good.
Yeah.
Um,
I think stop motion stands the test of time.
yeah.
It really does, because that's part of it,
Yep.
right? Like the physicality of the process itself
Yeah.
allows for the medium to always feel alive
Oh,
and
absolutely.
fresh.
And it's like filmed. It's mostly just like practical effects. At least I think Coraline was, if not with like
Coraline
a
might
little bit of
almost be entirely.
yeah,
I
with a
wouldn't be
little bit
surprised.
of computer editing. I know that like a studio's Paranorman, which I also really love,
Mm-hmm.
has a lot more like 3D animation or like special effects
Mm-hmm.
to add to certain like aspects of that movie.
Which is totally fine.
Yeah, but like Coraline, it's like it's shot like a movie, but
And their
just
first one.
Yeah, such a strong start. And honestly, yeah, I used to want to work for. I used to want to do stop motion animation in particular. I had this.
You used to want to do a lot of stuff. That's awesome.
I love doing things.
That's sick. That's
Yeah.
that's great. Yeah, stop motion is brilliant, and Leica is such a cool company, and banger after banger with them.
Absolutely, they're doing an animated film.
Their next one.
Their next one, and it's not going to be totally targeted towards like children. It will be more adult, I think. So
it is based on a novel.
yeah,
I remember reading about it.
I'm hype.
It is called Wildwood.
Yeah.
Yes, Wildwood's
like
coming
the
out.
beach. No, not
like the beach. It's probably not anything like the beach.
Hopefully not. No
But
shade to Wildwood.
no shade to Wildwood. Love Wildwood.
Yeah, no
so many
shade
memories
to
of Wildwood.
well, I grew up in Delaware beaches.
No.
But I'm trying to be more open to the Jersey beaches.
We'll take you to the Jersey beaches.
I've been to the Jersey beaches.
We'll take you again.
Yeah,
it's summer.
Yeah, it's summertime. Happy Pride.
Back to Coraline.
Back to Coraline.
Back to Coraline. I think yeah, stop motion's one of those medias that, like you were saying, like multimedia, that just like truly is so good.
And so many people love it.
And it also, like, you could even go back to like Rankin Bass films.
Yeah.
Like, and even though watching them now, it's clear like they've aged.
Oh, absolutely.
But who cares?
Yeah.
Like I think that it's part of it.
Yeah.
It feels like that was the intended style, and that intended style remains to this day.
And the thing is, it's the effect that art has on people too, because if you've ever seen anything by Worthy Kids, people try to get that stop motion feel doing 3D animation now, like using Blender, which I think is awesome. Art is so impactful, even if it's like something silly, like Rudolph. Yep. Or like, Heatmeister or whatever.
The Heatmeister.
What is that film called?
That's it's
like the story of Santa Claus, like Saint Nick. I don't know.
It has Fern cut in with the title of that movie, but it's A Year Without Santa Claus, I think. I think it's A Year Without Santa Claus.
I think it is.
I think I nailed it. Fern, if I'm right, give me a little ding noise. No, that's not the alarm. Gideon's right about something. Yeah, excellent pick. And going back to your album choice, I've never listened to it.
Oh my gosh, you must.
I will happily. You mentioned the.
You can't. I think they're Swedish. You can't understand. I mean, I've looked up the lyrics because I like to sing along to things. You can't really understand what they're saying, but that's also kind of the beauty of it.
Yeah.
It's like abstract. It's dreamy. If you're gonna listen to a song, you don't even have to listen to the album. Listen to the song "Heaven or Las Vegas." So good.
The titular song.
The titular song.
Well, you mentioned something about the album art.
Yeah.
Is that something that usually,
I think it is also
brings you into music?
Yeah, I feel like album art is also just really important because it kind of solidifies the feel of an album.
For sure.
And I think I did a project that was basically remaking the album art for that album in particular.
Oh, great.
During school. Yeah. And I talked to my professor, shout out Kevin Mercer, the GOAT. He was like, yeah, the designer did like a photograph and it's like very abstract. And then he did like film exposure or something with it, And I just think that's really cool because basically it's just lights, but it looks, I don't know.
Multimedia.
Heck yeah.
Have you ever considered doing album art?
I used to do yes, actually. I would love to do album art. I would love to do flyer designs. I'm really inspired by like old 70s like movie posters and also like the disco era art. I know that's like not a proper name,
No,
but
I get
like
what you mean.
flyers for raves I'm really inspired by. I also used to do photography. Got to bring that up.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a camera. I'm thinking about doing more photography for graphic design because I think it's really important to use your own references, especially when you're making like visual art, you know? Like take a picture and that way you own it. I don't know if you've ever heard the story about the guy who made the Obey and like the Obama.
Oh, the portrait for the White House?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it called?
I forget the title of the portrait itself. But
yeah, but it's like the famous one. But he got sued
around
because
flowers.
No, it's the one where it's like the red, blue, and white Obama.
Oh, yes. Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
He got sued because he used somebody's photograph and didn't credit them. And it was basically like, oh, you stole this. So it's very good to use your own references.
Oh, wow.
You know? So you don't have to deal with like a copyright lawsuit, basically.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That makes sense. There was a thing, this is a little quick tangent that it reminded me of. John Mulaney just announced a tour that I saw, like a comedy tour, and he got a photo of him that was taken by a fan that met him outside. They just kind of took a blurry photo of him, and then they posted it online. John Mulaney found that photo online and was like, who took this? Help me find who took this,
oh, that's
please.
so nice.
And they found the woman who took it, and he paid her to use it for the promotional poster.
That's awesome.
And I was like, that's sick.
That's awesome.
We need more of that energy.
No, for real.
Going into like just searching for people.
Yeah, I'm hoping people in the next few years gain more respect for artists instead of like losing respect for artists. And like, you know, there's so much art that's just like uncredited. And you know, well, and also with like AI and stuff, you know, topical thing.
Very topical.
Matt Pat becoming a lobbyist for creator rights. He's also going to be like talking about AI and stuff, or at least I think. It's all very new. We're living in a weird, we're living in a historical time.
We really are, especially for art, because it's more important than ever now. But it's also like so in danger.
It's so in danger, and I think it's so important to make your own art instead of like mining other people's, because that to me is theft. Like even though you can't even own that art, so it's like what's the point? And it's so important to use your voice and use your talents to make stuff that's your own, you know.
Agreed.
Yeah. Why be someone else? Be yourself.
Be yourself.
Literally.
That's wonderful. I agree. Thank you, Alex.
Thank you, Gideon.
Working off of that, how do you want to be yourself moving forward? You know, looking into the future of your artistic career and endeavors, what are your plans, your goals? What do you want to do? What do you want to collaborate with? Just like what's on your mind? What should we be looking for?
I want to do a little bit of everything right now to kind of get myself out there. I just want to keep creating. I really kind of want to make a brand for myself.
Cool.
I'm still not sure if I want to like name that brand something else or kind of just go by like ALX. ALX is like what my grandmother used to write on all of my lunch bags and stuff. I don't know why she didn't put the E, but she didn't. So it's like it's like my art name, and yeah, it's who I am. And it's like kind of an ode to her. And so yeah, I kind of want to have my own brand, like make my own things, maybe be my own boss a little bit. But I'm also down to collab with other artists. I really love collabing with people and like, you know. But right now I have my eyes set on product design. I might venture back into like painting again and fine arts. I'm gonna bust out the sewing machine this summer.
Yeah.
One thing I found is that I can make my 3D models into sewing patterns. So honestly, and I grew up loving stuffed animals, so maybe some stuffies are on the horizon, you know?
That would be so awesome.
Right?
I think like the little mango guy you got,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
the garlic,
The garlic.
even the bunnies,
Ooh.
all that stuff would absolutely kill
I'm honestly thinking
as a
about
stuffed
like
animal.
yeah, I know it's weird, but I know there's like a market for onion lovers and the allium family.
Oh, the
Which is
allium
like
family, yes.
leeks, onions, spring onions, garlic.
Get into that jelly
Yeah.
cat market.
No, for real, for
Yeah.
real. Or even just doing like some art licensing and like putting things like, a pillow pattern or like, the IKEA, what's it called? The hand towels and stuff,
Yeah.
Just putting my art everywhere.
That's a
Slap it on
wonderful
every
idea.
wall,
Every wall, every piece of furniture.
Soon you will all have Alx Leyton merchandise.
Heck yeah, you will.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay!
Well, that's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
I guess with that, and I guess this may go into, not to start answering it for you, but it just went into my brain, of like your art becoming like physical media. How would you like to be remembered and sort of like leave a bit of a legacy? Like, what is legacy to you as an artist?
Legacy. So, not to tangent off again, but
No,
I
please.
think I started like wanting to do three-dimensional things that you could like hold and stuff and like little products because and also to go back to like the unicorns and the little glass unicorns or ceramic unicorns I had growing up. It's just those small little things that are like maybe kitschy and just ornamental that I had a lot of growing up, especially like in my grandmother's house. She had so many old little things. Just something so small could be so impactful. And honestly, if I can just leave an impression just with something like just a little kitschy thing, you know, that's fine. I don't
Yeah,
have to leave a big mark on somebody's life, but like, even if it's just a little something, that's fine with me. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I can attest to like growing up and having all kinds of stuffed animals, and like I was obsessed with like Lego minifigures
Yeah.
and like small little toys that mattered so much to me. I would have this like bin of just like whatever toys that would just kind of like fall into my life, that would either like be my parents originally or like just found at some like thrift market that I would just kind of like grab and we'd buy because they were like, 50 cents. And then I would have these characters, like toys that are completely unrelated to one another. I had this like one little slug guy, just I don't know what he was or why, but like I loved him.
Yeah.
And then I had this knight that was completely magnetic.
And they live in their own world together.
Yeah, and they were friends. and then there was this like McDonald's toy that I got, and it was like a Mega Mind.
This is a D&D campaign.
Literally, this probably has something to do with that also, but like it was the Mega Mind toys that they made,
The fish.
and yeah, but it was like one of the like big robot suits.
Yeah.
And it would have like a little figure to go in it. I lost that figure. I only had the suit, and so I'd put the slug guy in the suit.
Oh my gosh.
So it'd be the same height as the knight. It's just stuff like that.
It's just stuff like you never know what, like even like the little McDonald's like chicken nugget toy from like the 90s, the one with the face. Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
impactful, so inspiring. Like you never know what's gonna inspire people. I loved the Target dog for whatever reason growing up.
Spot.
Yeah.
His
Not
name
to be
is
like,
Spot.
corporations. I don't love corporations
It's
here,
not
guys.
about the corporation.
It's
though.
about mascots. I really love
Yeah.
like cute little mascots. I don't know.
Sure. Representing something.
Yeah, anything that's representing
face.
anything. Yeah, like we both love the Muppets.
We do.
I loved Animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elite pick.
Yeah. Well, I love all the Muppets, but like, Animal was just like so random, so funny, so weird, but
Yeah, he's there just because.
Just because
He's a loud drummer who screams and
yeah
loves what he's doing, and people love that.
That could have just been like a throwaway puppet character made, but even that character, has a big impact.
Stands the test of time.
Yeah.
Art for joy.
Art for joy. Yeah.
Boom.
Boom. Bam. Mic drop.
Mic drop. Oh, well, that's awesome, Alex. I think that just about wraps up our convo. our episode of the pod. Before we go, I got 2 quick questions for you.
Shoot 'em.
One, obviously, this project is a future goal of mine, continuing it, trying to have as many conversations as possible. Who do you recommend for me to have on this pod? Someone that I may know already, one of our friends, someone that I don't know at all, that you look up to, someone I should try to get a hold of that should be represented here on the Philly phone book.
Honestly, our dear friend Hadley Precht,
Yeah.
or even if you could get him, I don't know if he's been mentioned at all, but Kevin Mercer.
I don't remember if he's been an active recommendation at the end of an episode, but definitely I know of him.
Or I'm giving you 3
Please.
because I love options.
I love options.
Christine Larson, who's in the comic. Like, these are all people that do totally different things than me, but like I think it's like their presence in my life has been so impactful because they do different things, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. I will get in touch with those folks. And how can people get in touch with you? Why don't you plug yourself and share where all of your stuff can be found and where they can follow you? And
you can follow me on Instagram. That is my main social media right now at ALXGL22. And you can also check out my website at ALXLeyton, LEYTON.com. Yeah. And commission me. Hire me. I don't know. Or just hit me up. Ask me questions. Collab. I don't know.
Collab. Any artists wanting to work with Alx or people that want Alex's work, reach out.
Yeah.
Make stuff happen. Awesome.
Awesome, bro.
Yay.
Yippee.
Well, thank you for joining me, Alx. This was great.
Thank you for having me. It's been a wonderful time.
I've learned about you.
I've learned about you.
Yay.
Woohoo!
That's always important.
Yeah.
And thank you, the listener, for spending a little bit of your day listening to us chat.
Yeah, listening to us gap. Don't cut that, Fern.
Don't cut that, Fern. Hopefully you've learned a little bit and you've met one of my friends, and I hope you listen to the next one. Thank you again. This was an episode of the Philly Fun Book, a podcast archive. I was your host, Gideon Caro McDonald. Real art is made by real people. Thank your SEPTA drivers, and have a wonderful day.
And we're out.
And we're out. Boom.